Particularly, but not exclusively, in the beginning of the spiritual sadhana, the seeker has to find a way to navigate through the countless obstacles, resistances, and difficulties that arise as he tries to transition from a focus on the external responses of the ego personality and the embedded habits, instincts, and trained responses that make up what he experiences on a day-to-day basis to a new standpoint that can cut through the inevitable confusion and keep him focused on his spiritual practice. Unless the seeker is able to establish the independent standpoint of the witness consciousness, or to shift his awareness to the psychic being, and from there evaluate the meaning of the obstacles and the methods for working through them, he may find himself surrounded by misunderstanding, confusion, and doubt about the way forward. Traditionally, it was recognized that the guidance of an experienced teacher, a guru, was needed to aid the seeker along the way. In the synthesis of yoga, Sri Aurobindo identifies the true guru as the inner guide, secret within us. He reminds us that, quote, "It shall also be a sign of the teacher of the integral yoga that he does not arrogate to himself guruhood in a humanly vain and self-exalting spirit. His work, if he has one, is a trust from above, he himself a channel, a vessel, or a representative. He is a man helping his brothers, a child leading children, a light kindling other lights, an awakened soul awakening other souls, at highest, a power or presence of the divine, calling to him other powers of the divine." End quote. When the soul is ready and the aspiration is strong, the inner guide awakens and thereby can find whatever external guidance or aid any teacher, or just various situations or circumstances, to advance the sadhana. Whether or not there is an external guru in the traditional sense, the seeker who is in contact with the inner guide and who steadfastly adheres to the guidance so provided will be able to face and overcome the various difficulties along the way in the course of time. It is the objective of the integral yoga to undertake a radical transformation of human life, our thoughts, our vital motivations, our responses and reactions, our very physical existence. All of the past formations turn out to be the opportunities for working out the details of these changes, and thus, instead of bemoaning failures or difficulties, the seeker can look upon them as the very essence of the work of transformation that may take lifetimes and the efforts of many individuals, each working on certain aspects to fulfill. Sri Aurobindo notes, quote, "The attitude you have taken is the right one. It is this feeling and attitude which help you to overcome so rapidly the attacks that sometimes fall upon you and throw you out of the right consciousness. As you say, difficulties so taken become opportunities. The difficulty faced in the right spirit and conquered, one finds that an obstacle has disappeared, a first step forward has been taken. To question, to resist in some part of the being increases trouble and difficulties. That is why an unquestioning acceptance, an unfailing obedience to the directions of the Guru was laid down as indispensable in the old Indian yogas. It was demanded not for the sake of the Guru, but for the sake of the Shishya." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo, Bases of Yoga, Chapter 3, In Difficulty, page 52.